frustrating draw against South Africa today. And I know this is not what you guys planned for. And, this is football. How do you feel about the game?
Of course, I feel very bad. I feel very bad because I believe this game is for the taking. It's for the taking. You understand? The manager ought to know. Eric Chell ought to know that this game is for the taking. You don't approach games like this with players that you know that they are not as fit as they ought to be. Where starts Ekong? I'm not talking about the own goal. Ekong is no longer a player that fits the starting lineup anymore. He is good for squad player because of his experience and everything, but why start him? Do you know how many errors were committed in that defense, if not for the fact that South Africa were not clinical in the opening 20 minutes? There is no point starting Ekong. The own goal was even a lazy clearance. That thing was not close to goal. The cross was not heavy. What type of lazy leg did he just throw at the ball like that? Honestly, the coach ought to understand how important this match is so that he start the players that he ought to start. Frederick and Bassy were okay. At the end of the day, was it not still Frederick and Bassy that he played? Sometimes you make some decisions and it's as if you don't even know your team. You don't know your team. We have to go to South Africa and win. We went to South Africa and we were playing with South Africa as if both of us needed a draw. No. Our approach was too casual. Our approach didn't show that we needed the 3 points. Yes, I understand the pitch was bad. Yes, I understand the players needed to grow in understanding how to use the pitch. Fine. But at the same time, there were things the coach ought to do. What is the essence of starting Lookman and Simon? They are players who love to play from the flank. You drift Lookman inside and play Simon on the flank. Two of them, they're not functioning.
You're Mbombela too.
Desas is not even somebody I was expecting to, have his day versus the South Africans because he's going to be physical and Desas is more technical than being physical. You understand? He's a foreign base. He does not know how to do the African things on the pitch. So I'm even surprised he was given the stats. You understand? If I was to start Desas, I would go ahead with a 4-4-2 formation. Because you don't play a player like that who does not understand how to play the African game without somebody who's going to support him in that forward position. He cannot do it all alone. Eric Chell today, he failed in several areas. The defensive setup, he failed. The attacking setup, he failed. These South Africans, what they needed today was a draw. A draw was enough. They didn't score now. They didn't score a goal. Both goals were scored by Super Eagles. They were happy with a draw even before the game happened. They wanted a draw and they got it. There were times as a coach, you see, national team football requires that you look at the moment you want to use. Look at your game plan. Your team cannot play comprehensively because they've not been training together for a long time. So you need a game plan to win a match in international competitions like this. Play a 4-4-2. Let Desas and Arokodari play together. Look at the clean touches of Arokodari when he came in. Imagine if he had somebody that was supporting him in that attack. How beautiful it would have been. Instead of starting Lookman and Simon at the same time, why not start one of them and put a center forward there? That would have been a plus. Simon today was a complete minus in the entire 77 minutes that he played. He didn't add anything to the game. He added nothing to the game. The number 2 of South Africa was just bullying him. He was forcing himself. He couldn't go through. When Lookman went there, you could see a little glimpse, but then it was too late. It was too late. When leaving to 77, there were a lot of coaching errors today. A lot of coaching errors. Chelsea should have understood better. You have been around African football. You know what it is to go away. You know that there's going to be a lot of negative antics. And that reminds me, the president of CAF is from South Africa. I think what should have happened today was the center referee should have just donned the South African jersey. Because the way he was officiating today showed that he was, working for his boss. He was working for his boss. Since I've been watching Lookman, I've never watched Lookman look at the referee and whine. He was whining and complaining several times today at the referee. There was a point in time he was able to tell the referee, it's over. Do what you want to do. Because it was nonsensical. The type of fouls he gives to South Africa, the type of things the whistling, the amount of the way he allows them to stay on the pitch when injured. When our players injured, he hurries them out of the pitch. But when South African players are injured, he allows them to get treated on the pitch. And Super Eagles too. See, honestly, I think we need to work on how we recruit, our coaches. It seems like they don't know our players. They don't understand our system. Final 20 minutes of the game. What are we still doing? Where is your risk? Take the fucking risk, man. What's everybody doing on the flank? Arokodari is tall. He is somebody who is going to disturb the entire process inside the 18. What do? Throw him inside the box. Any other player, throw them inside the box. Then start to whip green crosses. The mistake will come. Without us pressuring the South African defense, they made two mistakes, two very big mistakes that could have led to go. One, Lukman didn't capitalize on it. The second one, Arokodare shied away from it because when the final threw his leg, he didn't meet the ball. Arokodare was already turning back to move. Why? Where's your risk? Where's your plan? Where's your plan? It's too bad.
And now moving forward, is there any hope for Nigeria again?
There is no hope. Even before this whole thing started, there was no hope. I already told you I was not watching it with hope. I was just watching it for watching's sake because I believe that, okay, it's my national team playing. They ought to get my support. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I have to support them. Because right now, Benin has not played Lesotho. Benin vs Lesotho is going to start by any moment after our game. Do you understand? And then now, they are 11 points. Rwanda, 11 points. You're on 11 points. I'm 100% sure Benin is not losing that match. The worst they'll get out of that game is a draw. And I believe they will even win. They'll win, they'll beat Lesotho because Benin Republic have shown several times that crucial games they can win it.
So is there an end for Nigeria?
It's like it. It looks like it. It looks like it. It looks like it. We messed up from the beginning. Pesero, 2 match, 1 point. Ferry just 2 match, 1 point. This one has played 3 matches, 8 points. He is even the best performer among them. And yes, I still believe he's doing badly. The commentators stated something before the game started. They said, when this game started, nobody would have predicted South Africa to be leading the table by 17 points. Now, look at where we are. Super Eagles of 4 people. We messed up in our home games. Look at those nonsensical 2 points he threw away versus Zimbabwe. If we had won it, what would have been? The nonsensical 2 points he threw away versus South Africa. If we have won it, we would have been in a good place. These are the issues. These are the little issues you will have to address. They said, take care of the pennies, the pound will take care of themselves. Away games are always going to be difficult. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's African. Not even with your best players are you going to win easily. It's always difficult.
But why didn't you guys create enough chances? Because there's not enough chances in this game.
You cannot create enough chance because the coach needs to understand that African away games need a game plan. You cannot just go ahead and win it. You cannot just go into the game and win. No, you need a game plan to win. That's why I said I would have started with the 4-4-2. Start with the 4-4-2. Which players are in South Africa that I'm afraid of? Start with the 4-4-2. Put 2 strikers there. Put 1 winger, put 2 midfielders, put Iwobi, put Ndidi. That's enough. Enough. And attack the game. Attack it. Did you see the Bashiru today?
No.
Yes, he gave the assist, but he was non-existent. Moses Simon, non-existent. For close to 50 minutes, Lukman game was average. It was later he started to go into the game. Iwobi, yes, he was a little bit better. And then Bassy too, better. And then most importantly, Frederick. Solid guy in the defense. Very, very solid guy. And kudos to Osai Samuel. When he came in, I didn't believe in him because I believe he's a shaky guy. But when he came in, I think he did perfectly okay. It's just that our composure in front of goal, the way we 75 minutes, you understand, don't play to the antics of the South Africans. You need the goal. Do you know what you do? Calm the game. You understand? You score goals in seconds, not in minutes. Calm the game. Make sure that your possession is retained. Once you retain your position, if you hold your possession 5 times, they will lose positions. Why? Look at the chance that Arokodare created. You understand? It came from holding the ball. Look at the chance that I've forgotten the guy. This guy, Christantus, would have gotten before. He clowned. What a clownish pass! You call yourself a midfielder. 93 minutes on the clock. You are in the final third of South Africa, on the edge of their box, and that's what you do with the ball. That guy is a joke. Big joke. Anyway, the hope is gone. Whatever is happening between Lesotho and Benin Republic, we don't know, but I know it's not going to be in our favor.
It's favor. It's football. It's football.
It's football, but then you just know that there's no way General Troy is going to lose against Lesotho. That's why I said the worst he'll leave with that match is a draw. But I 100% believe that he'll win it.
There is no savage.
There's nothing to salvage our position in that group again. And come to think of it, only number 1 goes through. The number 2 has to still play a playoff. Ah man, I miss Osimhen. Look at the South African defenders. They were shaking. Yes. If I had Osimhen instead of Desas, if Osimhen gives me 70 minutes of pressure on that South African defense, there's no way I won't get a goal. No way. There is no way. I miss Osimhen badly. I missed him. Anyway,
well, that one there. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.